Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to Reggae Boyz commentary. Thank you very much for tuning in to another live, another Thursday. Can you believe it, guys? We're almost at the 1 year anniversary in terms of the Thursday night lives. But in terms of the Reggae Boyz commentary channel as a whole, we've hit our 5 year anniversary. We've hit our 5 year anniversary, and we're going up, we're going up, we're going up. Can you imagine that? Think about the progress that we've made. It's been intriguing, hasn't it? You've been with me on this journey to South America, as the Reggae Boyz took on Chile. You were with me, the Caribbean Cup in Martinique. You were with me in England. You were with me in all other parts of the globe. You know that too. It's been quite a journey, hasn't it? Yeah, it certainly has been. Quite a road indeed. So, I'm sure before we go into this evening's discussion, we've looked at a lot of interviews this week. As you can see on my channel, I've done quite a bit of interviews in terms of with players, with former players as well. Andy Williams is the most recent player, 1998 World Cup representative. We also had a chat with Nick Hines, who signed with an MLS franchise, and he's going to be playing his trade for Nashville. Did an interview with Nat Burrell. We did an interview with Taxi, as you all know, Damian Lowe, Errol Stevens. So it's been quite a bit. So I do encourage you, after you've watched this video, to go and check those videos out. Give those videos a like. Let me know what your thoughts are, and we take it from there. So that's what I would like you all to do when you get the opportunity and chance to do so. So, in addition to those interviews, you would have realized I also did an interview with CONCACAF's president, and that is Victor Montagliani. And you would have heard the topics and the different areas that we discussed throughout the course of the interview. We spoke about the Gold Cup. We also spoke about World Cup qualifying. And the Gold Cup, as you can see by the title of this video, as it relates to squads. What is being proposed? What is going to happen? And what benefit does it bring to Jamaica? Well, it's like this. So, as it relates to the squads for the Gold Cup, what the CONCACAF president is proposing is that we increase the squad size from 23 to 30. So it's quite realistic, if approved, that Jamaica could go into the 2021 edition of the CONCACAF Gold Cup with not 23 players, but 30. Yeah, that is an actual reality. That is actually something that can happen, that we go into the Gold Cup with 30 players. Not 23, not 25, but 30 players. Imagine those 7 players, what it could be. Just think about it for a moment. With 23, you know how it's going to be already, where you had 8 defenders, 8 midfielders, 4 forwards, and 3 goalkeepers. But when you add another 7 players to the mix, that gives you an opportunity to beef up the forward line, add some depth in the defense, and a 4th goalkeeper as well. So that's something to consider. That's something to pay close attention to. Rudolph Speed, the chairman of the Technical and Development Committee at the JFF, he said that this is a very, very good initiative, and he commends the president of CONCACAF for this sort of initiative, and he feels that he's the best CONCACAF president that we've had in recent times, and he understands the situation, players, and all of that aspects. In addition to that, in addition to the squads, what could happen as well is that substitutions for the tournament itself could go from 3 to 5. And if you watched the interview I did with the CONCACAF president, you'd have heard that he said that 5 is something that CONCACAF's executive is interested in and is quite possible. So where do we go from here? The reality is this: a final decision on the matter won't be made until May thereabouts. So another couple of weeks. If you were to ask me, do I think that this will go through? I would say yes, especially because of the current climate that we're living in. Depth is going to be necessary. You don't know which player is going to catch what. You don't know who's going to get injured. And all of those aspects. So we can certainly feel better because more depth means more faces. And with more depth and more faces, you all know what that means as well. You all know that that's going to mean more opportunities for us. And I don't see any reason why the Gold Cup wouldn't be in our sight. Why not? Why not? I felt 2009 was our year. It didn't work out. I felt 2015 was our year. We went to the final. 2021 could. 2021 could very much be a special year. Let's hope it's like that. I really, really hope it is. 7 more players, just think about it. The defense is going to get an additional face. A midfield is going to get an additional face. The forward line is going to get beefing up. And in a 30-man contingent, you're talking about 4 goalkeepers. So that could mean Dwayne Miller. That could mean Amal Knight. That could mean Andre Blake. And that could mean Jadine White. Or Lawrence Figueroa. Could very much mean that way. Unfortunately, no Gold Cup games will be played in Jamaica. The interview that I did with Mr. Montagliani, he spoke about the challenges, especially with the pandemic, and they wanted to keep it in a central location. So that's essentially why the tournament is going to be in one place, which is the United States. I have a funny feeling that some will be East Coast and some will be West Coast, but we'll see how things progress from there on in. But more or less, well, the final is going to be in Las Vegas. Yeah, in Las Vegas. So we'll just have to wait and see where Jamaica's games will be. So that information will come to light quite shortly. Hopefully it's an area where you have a lot of Jamaican diaspora. Well, what am I saying? Because there's Jamaicans all over the globe. All over the globe. So whether you're in Kansas or Rhode Island or Montana or South Dakota, Jamaicans are everywhere, man. Everywhere. Like I said to Mr. Blake, I was in the tallest building in the world. I'm in the elevator and I met a Jamaican. So like I said, we are absolutely everywhere. We're everywhere in this world. Absolutely everywhere. Yeah. Everywhere. So it wouldn't surprise me. So we'll have that support because the president, Montagliani, said that there will be funds. In terms of the specific capacity, he's not sure. But there will be funds. And you know us as Jamaicans already. We're going to be out in our numbers supporting. We're going to be out cheering. Morning, noon, and night. Whenever the game is, wherever the game is, what time of the day, we'll be there. And that's the reality of the situation. That's something that we're going to be looking forward to. Yeah. So that's good. You would have seen earlier that I spoke about Darren Moore. Darren Moore is not doing well. Darren Moore at this point in time needs our prayers, needs our support because pneumonia is dangerous. So let's hope our former national player and current manager of Sheffield Wednesday gets well soon. Let's hope so. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying in the comments, and we'll take whatever questions. Remember, guys, Thursdays is all about you. Thursdays is all about you. Ever since April 30, 2020, Thursdays has been all about you. All about you. Simeon says first. Rashawn Burke says first, like always. Glenroy Gray says up. Akeem Anderson says congrats. Joe says best squad we ever had. Really? Okay. Simeon says 5 years of greatness. Thank you, sir. Ian Campbell says blessings, Simon. Christopher J. Wallace, congrats, Maji, and more blessings moving forward, and keep up the excellent work as usual. Thank you, sir. Lennox Barkley says Jamaica and Canadian flag. Okay. Bounce TV says up. Lacking says 30 players for Jamaica would be amazing. It would, wouldn't it? Lacking says this year could be the year Jamaica returns to the World Cup. Well, not this year. The World Cup's next year. Eddie Guna says big up the GOAT, Simon. Big up Eddie. Chevery Campbell, with so many players, there's room to run so many systems. Yes, there are those opportunities, but I don't want us to be in a scenario where we are confusing the players, giving them too much information. A player should be clear in what his approach should be. So when I'm speaking with, for an example, when I'm speaking with Andre Gray, I'm clear and concise with him. Receive the ball from the central midfielder, and I tell him, okay, we're going to play Suriname. Their two centre halves are flat-footed, so you know what that means. Stay on your toes, win the first header, sprint at the first ball, and you'll be fine. Just simple, small details, and it will help. It will help. Mr. Blake is checking in. Big up, sir. The Green Vanguard Radio can't have 4 goalies in a 30-man squad. Well, 4 goalies is what is part of the mandate, so that's exactly what would be recommended. My head is grey? Really? I have grey here? Well, on this side. No, on this side. Yeah. Yeah, I have grey here. Yeah. Yeah. Wisdom. Travis says, Simon, you saw my post on Transfer News JA on Instagram. Travis, I don't know who you are. I don't know where you're from. I don't even know how you look like. But let me tell you something. I'm a powerful human being. Not only in size or stature, but up here. And when I say that I know Johnson from his time at Coventry, you listen. Because when I speak the truth, accuracy and credibility. I have no idea where you're from. But I don't take second-hand information. I am not run-of-the-mill. And that is a fact. Okay? If you're a member of the Reggae Boyz forum 5-6 years ago, you'd have known Johnson. But everybody is just popping up these days with an Instagram account saying, yeah man, I'm here the source for Jamaican football. Are you? Or are you just taking my content? To each his own, I guess. Boral DXM for Pick Squad. Who says I don't have respect for Tapa? Did you not see the video that I did last week? Krista J. Wallace says 30-man squad will be massive, and the 5 subs would also be massive due to COVID restrictions and the RSPL not being played as well. Well said. Well said. When will the Gold Cup professional squad going to be released? At the end of June. The Gold Cup is July 10 to August 1. I don't know who is saying that USA and Mexico is going to bring their B team, because that's far from the truth. Because Mexico is not going to be in Copa America, and neither is USA. Simon, how the GF have not asked you to join the team as analyst as yet? Well, they've been dropping the ball for 11 years. Damon McGregor says, good evening, everyone. The Green Vanguard Radio. 30-man squad should have 3 goalies, 9 defenders, 12 midfielders, 6 forwards. Well, that's your opinion. It really depends on the type of individuals that you have. And I would say by extension, in terms of where you are. Okay, it's a Gold Cup. You're talking about 6 games, right? 6 games. 3 in the group stage, a quarterfinal, a semi-final, and a final. Yeah? So I would go with a bit more beef up front, but that's me. Kasha Red says, hope them playing Philadelphia. What, the final or one of Jamaica's games? Because I have a feeling that we'll definitely have a game on the East Coast. We normally do have a East Coast game in the Gold Cup. We normally do have at least one. Or if it's not East Coast, then it's Texas or Chicago. Trent Boring says, Simon, we need a right back besides Taxi. Amari Bell is probably our most technical and defensive sound fullback. So how do you feel about playing him at right back? Amari Bell? No, I wouldn't play him at right back. I believe playing players in their most natural position, unless it's a life or death scenario. And I don't mean life and death scenario, I mean there's no other option. But we do have options. Like I said, I hope that Nick can get some minutes. But Nick is a left back. It's right back you're talking about. On the weekend, I'm gonna discuss right back options for sure. But definitely depth is an area of concern for these positions. Reggae Girls news. World Cup qualifiers are in November. Mr. Blake says, prayers gone up, Darren Moore Jagide. Let's hope Jehovah. Yeah, Jehovah will listen to the prayers for sure. Trent Bourne, do you think Martinique's best players that represent them, such as Michael Malsa and Gregoire, definitely will play in the Gold Cup? Once they're not injured, then yeah. Krista J. Wallace says, sorry for Darren Moore, and I hope he gets well soon. Wednesday needs him bad. They certainly do. Up to the minute weather prayers for more. Yeah. Who's your 7 additional players? I can work on that in another video. Coach's desk says, we pray that Darren pull through speedily. I hope so too. Ivan Tony committed to Jamaica. Is that true? Not yet. Boral DXN, 3 keepers would be good enough. 4 keepers in a 30-man squad. 4 keepers is stipulated, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Blake. That is accurate. Trinborn, do you think top Guadeloupe internationals such as Falkier, Bouvet, Cavar will play for them in the Gold Cup? Yeah, once there's not any issues with the management, then yeah, for sure. Darren Moore, prayers, yeah, I agree. Do you think a player should be included in the squad without playing football for 7-8 months? You're talking club football? If you're referring to Rebel Morrison, I would say yes. If you're referring to persons on the island, then it really depends. I would take Jadine White, even though he's not playing right now, but because you need somebody locally that can train with Andre Blake, have somebody to put his arm around him, somebody that can really be an influence around him. The Green Reader says, when you going to do a what's the deal with Mason Holgate and Ben Godfrey? I'll do a what's the deal with those players once I get the information. As you can see, when I do the what's the deal, these are players that I definitely know what is the deal. So I'm working on Mason, and I'll work on Ben Godfrey next. So I'm going to work on Mason and get back to you. Ian Anderson says, hey man. I say, hey. Any chance Trinidad make it out of their group in the Gold Cup? At Noy Hilton, big Midgie, and continue the work. Thank you. Rowan Noble says, good night, bro. I say, good evening. Burrell Dixon, Trinidad isn't at Gold Cup level. Trinidad is woefully woeful. What is Tapa's tactics system? I hope you got the answer from that question in the last 20 seconds. But on a more serious note, it really depends on the individuals that he has. I think 4-2-3-1, the two holding midfielders, has been a pigment of his game since he took the job full-time in 2013. The Jason Morrison and Rudolph Austin, or the Rudolph Austin and the Marvin Elliots. Yeah. Two holding mids has always been a part of his game. 4-4-1-1, we've seen that as well. JFF, please get Kyle Walker-Peters. We need a right back. You're asking the question like I'm the JFF. Is it true Ben Godfrey wants to play for Jamaica when he's younger? Yes, that is true. Gregor Allen. Bless Simon. Let's hope we select carefully the best players to rep us and be thankful. I agree. Get this man to 10k. Thanks, Eddie. Appreciate it. How much money would CONCACAF lose in a Jamaica-Suriname Gold Cup final? I'll have to do the math and let you know. Jordan Hyman LFC. What's up, Simon? What's going on? Green Reader says, welcome Nathan Redmond. Marlon Buchanan says, we need the best player to represent the country. Yes, we do. Moral DXN says, please reach out to Kyle Walker-Peters. Yeah, man, okay. I'll just WhatsApp him. Kyle Walker-Peters is Southampton first choice right back. Yes, he is. What do you think about D'Lo playing defensive mid? I know it's something that he spoke about on another channel. He spoke about in terms of the other positions he played when he was in school and everything like that. But for me, I don't know. I think centre half is his best position. He wants to experiment. He said that he's open to the idea, but I believe you play in your best position. That's what I personally feel. You play in your best position and you take it from there, you know? As simple as that. That's how it should be, in my opinion. So, let's hope that it's a scenario like that. On Brogard. Deshane is training, but he hasn't signed officially as yet for the switchbacks, but he's training. Please tell me where is Corey Burke? He's at the Union. Burrow DXN says Lowe doesn't even have the basic ball skills. No, that's harsh. That's harsh. Edeguna, 30-man squad equals more opportunities. Well said. Well said. Any news on Ravel Morrison? No. Raul Outlander Allen's still in the race for Jamaica Cup. He has a passport, so it's inevitable. Junior Flemings is at Birmingham Legion. Would you play Mikel Antonio over Ivan Antonio up front or start both of them in the middle? Right now, if a game was tomorrow morning, if Jamaica was playing tomorrow morning, I would start the both of them up top. However, as you know, form can change. Let's see what Ivan Toney is like come World Cup qualifiers, and let's see what Mikel Antonio is like come World Cup qualifiers. Mr. Galaxy, I can tell you the English FA are watching right now. Hi Andy, hope you're doing good. Hope all is well with you. Andy Walker from the English FA. Brilliant lad, honestly. England has the most professional setup in the world. And perhaps this is where they get their names as well. You're welcome, English FA. Blue Mountain says, respect to Tappa, but we need a new manager coach. Not saying to fire Tappa, but I don't see him getting the best out of the mixture of players we have. So, this is something that we've discussed before on the channel, and like I've said, I've spoken to players in the squad, I've spoken to former players, and I've spoken to players that played with Tappa. And he's a motivator. You have two types of coaches, managers. You have tacticians and you have motivators. And Adrian Mariappa told me that the motivation that Tappa gives him, it's like he would go to war and kill for Tappa. And you have tacticians like a Montesso, who did the pen and paper and everything like that. So you have the Schaefers. Tappa has his strengths, and clearly he's getting across his message because of the win ratio he has garnered to date. Brendan Lee says, I was telling a friend yesterday that other waits on you to break news on players and they act like they're credible. Guys, look, Ryan LFC, coach's desk, sports down the middle, Formula Sports, Military Guna, myself. There you go. That's credibility right there. Okay? Cool. I hope you get the drift from those 6 that I've mentioned. Ohini Blake says, who is right for the right back this weekend for some answers? There you go. Exciting. What about the youth program right now? Any plans? We have more plans for getting vaccination than youth football. Youth football is not a priority right now for the JFF. What about Greg Lee? Is he injured? Yes, he is. Lacking says the JFF needs to also update their website. What do you think about the kid Keto? Keto's outstanding. I love to see him on the football, especially on that left-hand side. He does that dummy, he does the step over, beat a player, bam, back of the net. John Ross Brown, I'm hoping for the best. The JFF have a tendency to make a bad decision in the last minute. That might affect us going all the way. Might get knockout group stage if we don't put our cards right. Simon, what do you think about McGee in the Gold Cup squad? I have Tyreek McGee in my Gold Cup squad. Right back depth, Kyle Walker-Peters, Adrian Mariappa, Alvas Powell, Wes Harding. For now. Any update on Kemar Roof? Kemar Roof is coming. If you were to make a 40-man squad for Jamaica with the best possible players, how many local-based players? If you're talking local-based players, are you talking about players that ply their trade with clubs on the island, or are you talking about Jamaican-born players? Be specific when you're asking questions, guys. Ian Campbell says, Simon, I checked the stats of Johnson, Clark, Harris, and his passing accuracy is only 55. Yeah, you know why? Because majority of his time he's in the opposition box. He's not sitting deep or anything like that. And if you look at how we play, Mr. Campbell, we don't rely on our strikers to be part of the build-up play quite often. And you heard Coach Mincy, like up the live. Graham Jr. says, I won't believe this Mason Holgate or Godfrey rumor. I don't know what you're talking about, rumors, you know. I've said what I had to say about Mason already. The Green Reader says, Tapa is likely to play Isaac Hayden and Kevin Stewart in midfield instead of Isaac Hayden and Rebel Morrison, Daniel Johnson, Lewis Baker. Well, that's what evidence would suggest now, wouldn't it? Redmond or Antonio? It depends where. Andy McNally says, big up Simon. I say, big up Simon. Assuming all possible additions are made, how would you feel about a front four of Antonio, Redmond, Bailey, and Tony with Mikel as the number 10? I wouldn't have Antonio as the number 10, no. I would have him either on the left or through the middle, but not as the number 10. Kevin Coolman. Do you see Corey Smith becoming a Reggae Boy this year? Possibly, yeah. Has the squad been announced? No. What are your top 5 Caribbean squads for Gold Cup? Jamaica, Suriname, Martinique, Caribbean has to step up. What are the chances of Keita Taylor getting a call-up? Right now as we speak, 2 out of 10. Do you think Qatar will move competitive in Gold Cup? Yeah, of course. Denali Ware says, Low can play defensive mid, him angle the ball well. Is Ivan Toney committed to the Reggae Boys? No. Paul Johnson says, good night, Simon. Good evening. With the talent we're getting, Mr. Whitmore need all the help and information he can to get to pick the best team for the different players we're playing. Absolutely. What are the possible opponents for the upcoming friendlies? Serbia and Japan. Come on, guys. Let's get to 100 likes, and I'll give you the lowdown on Mason Holgate. If you don't want the lowdown, fine. But if you want the lowdown on Mason Holgate, I'll tell it to you right now in this live if you get to 100 likes. It's up to you. 100 likes, and I'll tell you right now the deal with Mason Holgate. If not, then so it go. Cameron Beckford says, Ravel can still make Jamaica team already. He is still not playing. Yeah. Lacking says, Keita's my cousin. Really? Really? That's a scenario. Okay. But yeah, man, Keito's a general. Keito is a general. How many players currently playing in Jamaica would make your 40-man squad? Currently playing in Jamaica? Probably 5. Ricardo Morris, Jadine White, Luca Levy, Jabari Hilton, and Kemar Beckford. Wow, look how the likes them jump off. You see Uno? I'm a real Ginal Uno. 110 likes, I'm a tell Uno. 110 likes. I'm not gonna work for it. Nothing in life comes easy, you know. Nothing in life comes easy. You have to work hard for it. 110 likes, I'm gonna tell you what's up with Mason Holgate. What do you think is the best number 10 available for Jamaica? Is Trey Cole good enough for Jamaica, for Reggae Boyz? Yeah. Ohini Blake, I think Saltgate work in science and goes up on the ballers that want to play for Jamaica. Antonio down, Hayden down, Jamil Matt down. My advice, Ivan Tony, stay quiet and catch the flight to Gold Cup. Yeah. Interesting, Mr. Blake. What about Powell and Lowe? What about them? Yeah, they're on my squad for the Gold Cup. Yes, Mr. Small, I saw that, but based on what I saw online, I saw something different. So I have to check to see if that is really so, because based on what I saw, we are due to face Mexico in the semifinals if we top our group. So we'll see. Does Peter Lee Vassell make your squad? Yes. Based on who's currently eligible, would you call up those local players you just named in your best possible squad? I would call up Jadine White, and I would call up Luca Levy. I said 110 likes, I said 110 likes, but nobody wants to get there. So since you guys don't want to get 100 likes, 110 likes, fine. 120 likes, and I boss it on Mason. You guys not easy, 170 odd in the live. I don't know, can't get 16 more likes. Boy, I don't know. Not easy at all. When I go on like Travis now. A joke. You guys are nothing like Travis. You guys are brilliant. You guys are absolutely brilliant. So a deal is a deal. We got to 111, so I think it's fair. So I'll definitely say what I have to say. So I'm gonna get to that after these last two comments here. Simon, can you be the analyst for the Reggae Boyz to give them the stats? Did Nathan Redmond start his paperwork? No, he's just gathering the documents. Who are your 4 strikers to take to the Gold Cup based on who declared? You see, that's the thing though, because we're going to have a lot of forwards, but in terms of our number 9, we're going to have Shamar Nicholson, we're going to have Kemar Roof. We'll see if Antonio will be ready for the Gold Cup, but yeah. Okay, what's the deal? We're 4 likes away. 4 likes away from what is the deal on Mason Holgate. 4 likes away. 4 likes away. 1 like away. Just 1 like away. Alright, so over the 120, over the 100. David, if you were listening to what I was saying, you would have heard what I said. Okay, good. Come on, guys, you need to listen to what I'm saying. Just listen. Okay, we've gotten over the 120 mark. So here's the deal with Mason. Mason Holgate will represent Jamaica if 2 things. 1, he's not called up for England for Euro 2020. And 2, he has a meeting with Dalton Wint and Michael Ricketts. That is the deal for Mason Holgate. The man from Doncaster in South Yorkshire, now playing his tribe at Everton in the Premier League. That's the deal with Mason Holgate. So there you go. That's the deal with Mason Holgate. Run it. Run with it. That's the lead. Do you guys want me to repeat it again? Mason Holgate will play for Jamaica if he's not called up to the England squad for the Euros, and if the JFF reaches out to him for a meeting. Now, I've told you guys many times before, the President and the General Secretary are both on Facebook and both on Instagram. So if you want to rough them up, go on. We know what Mason can bring to the program. Mason walks into the 11. So I've said what I've had to say. And like I said, most of these Premier League players, they're going to want have a meeting, because there has been players in the past that have been called up, they are centre forward, and they've played at right back, and they don't want that. Mason Holgate doesn't want to play as a defensive midfielder. That is his fear. He wants to play as a centre half or as a right back. And to be fair, that is his most natural positions. He can do a job in holding midfield, but it's not like he gravitates towards it. Okay, guys? Good. Good. Sarmadino, Brian Burkett? No. Raymond Small, you have to be in touch with the player first. You can't just... There's not a party shop we're running. Who are England's current centre-backs options? Harry Maguire, John Stones, Michael Keane, Joe Gomez, but he's not fit. Tyrone Mings, Fikayo Tomori, Connor Cody. If you want to say at a push, Axel Twanzebe, Eric Dyer, Jordan Henderson. Mr. Blake says, Gareth Southgate, listen boss, Mason Holgate, no good. Mr. Blake is not easy at all. Mason, not easy at all. You have a video of Mason Holgate saying Southgate can't coach. Oh boy, man, I tell you. Wow. What about Kevon Isaacs? Is he in your squad for the Gold Cup? No. Hello from Somalia. Hey, you know, it's actually a funny story. I met a Somalian when I was in Dubai recently. Very, very nice. Very nice young lady. So, like I said, it's intriguing to have different subscribers and viewers from all across the globe, really. Somalia, the eastern part of Africa. Great track and field athletes. But that is for another day. Is Corberg injured? Yes. What's the deal with Hayden? He's injured. Holgate should just choose Jamaica. He won't make the England squad. Stating the obvious there, buddy. What about McGee? McGee is in my Gold Cup squad. P. Brown says, if a player has to wait on if England call him up before he says yes to Jamaica, that means he's not into playing for us. That is also true. If we have no local league, which locals are you bringing to the Gold Cup? Based on if it's a 30-man Gold Cup squad, then Jadine White and Luca Levy. J. Ross, you are something else, you know. You're something else. You're something else, you know, but if you experience something already, you experience something already. Jamaica, same thing. The Gold Cup, we still have to wait on Kemar Roof. As far as the others, we'll have to wait and see. Is Lamar Walker in your Gold Cup squad? Yes. What about Damari Gray? Damari Gray is still hoping and praying that England will call him up. Will we have home games for the World Cup qualifiers? Well, that's the million-dollar question. If people get their vaccination, then we'll be able to see the Reggae Boyz play at the office. If people don't get their vaccination, then we're going to play all our home games at the IMG Academy in Florida. Now, do you want that, Reggae Boyz fans? Do you want us to have home field advantage? Or do you want us to go around to Miami with just our diaspora fans, in front of 8,000 people instead of the 35,000 where we actually create an explosion of noise and excitement at the office? What do you want come September? Do you want to be in the office, or do you want to go to Florida to watch Jamaica play all their home games? Take the vaccine and done. All right. Does JFF know this info on Holgate? Mr. Campbell, if you're asking that question about Luca, then I'm sorry, you haven't seen him play. What is there for the Jamaican youngsters who have talent and would like to play for the under 17 or under 15? There's nothing in 2021. There's nothing in 2021. That's the reality of the situation. Well, based on the current type of vaccine that is used in Jamaica, it's a 80% efficiency rate. So I would say that's efficient. So I would say it prevents, yeah. But you have to understand that no vaccine, no local football. No vaccine, no home World Cup qualifiers. No vaccine, no World Cup qualification. So it's up to you guys now. What are you guys going to do? And trust me, I am not a PR for the ministry at all. I'm just telling you based on what I understand. Do you realize that the only thing that is happening in Jamaica right now is horse racing? It's been 13 months. Qualifiers are September. I hope you guys open your eyes and see the reality. Understand the reality that we're living in. Do you want to see the Reggae Boyz at the office in September? Okay, cool. Reggae Boyz fans, thank you very much for tuning in to another live this week. Thank you very much for all of your support and everything like that. Remember what I said. Go and check out the interviews I've done with CONCACAF's president, with Damien Lowe, from Errol Stevens to Andy Williams to Nat Burrell. Brilliant people. Check it out. Nick Hines. Great interviews. Please. We're going to text the vaccine if you want to say Maxine. I don't know, Maxine. I don't know where you're going with this conversation, but okay. Alright guys, take it easy. Check out those videos and don't forget to give this video a massive thumbs up and subscribe to Reggae Boyz Commentary for more content. Alright guys, take care.